guys, Oscar here, notagarage.com, and I just had a call with a client, and it's a very interesting call because it wasn't unique in the topics that we talked about, but I think I should revisit this with you, my viewers, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. It means a lot to me, even if there's only like 1,000 of you. I know that only a few of you watch them, but those of you that do, I really appreciate it. And I would love to take your feedback and make more videos that you want to watch about the topics that are most interesting to you. But this is about business and the website. So every single person I work with, I always recommend that you get a website. I don't care what you do. Without a website, you're missing the element of legitimacy. Now, there's a lot of people that don't even understand websites, and there's kind of a generation that grew up with the social media aspect of the internet being so prevalent that they forgot that there's actually websites, or maybe they never even realized that anybody can have a website. I mean, at its core, Twitter is a website, Facebook is a website, Instagram is a website. So all those websites, they're just websites. They happen to do something cool that people like and people interact with each other, but they're just websites. If your business is only in a social media profile, it is not good for business, because as we've seen time and time again, those social media websites can change the algorithm. They can change the way it works. They can all of a sudden say, oh, you know what? We don't like the content that you're posting, and we're going to shadow ban you. YouTube does this, Instagram does it, Facebook does it, everybody does it. 2 years ago, I built a really big Instagram page. Well, not super big, but it came to like 5,000 or 6,000 followers. And it was on a topic that could have been controversial 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, but now it's so prevalent that it's everywhere. I mean, there's no issue with that topic whatsoever. And out of the blue, one day they send me an email, say, hey, we have permanently suspended your account due to whatever community guidelines. And I was like, what is that about? I emailed, I replied, I tried all venues to get it restored. No luck. That account was gone. And ever since then, I've not been using Instagram as much. If you notice, I post maybe once or twice a month. And it's just little updates that I post. I haven't been doing it because I don't trust the platform. If I go and search for the topic that I got banned for, there's thousands of pages with that same topic, with content that would be a lot more questionable than what I was posting. But I'm not here to complain about that. I'm here to warn you, those things happen. They've happened to my friends, they've happened to me, they've happened to people that are celebrities, personalities. Sometimes you may feel like, hey, that's okay, they deserve to get banned, they deserve to get removed, but other people don't. Other people, I was just talking to somebody that had 350,000 followers on Facebook, and his page got deleted. Boom, out. He can't get it back. He can't go in for no reason, no apparent reason, no explanation, no nothing. And he came to me because he heard, hey, you know what? It's time to move to have a more solid, stable foundation for my business. Whether you're a writer, a poet, a hobbyist, a musician, whatever it is that you do, you need a website, because the website is only subject to you. But that's not really what we were talking about. What I talked to my client about today was going beyond the regular idea of what a website should be. See, this customer came to me and they said, you know what, we're starting this business and we want to set up a website, but we just need nothing fancy, nothing complex. We just need a landing page and a contact form and a little bit of information about us. And I thought, that's great. That's a great way to start. And after some time, they came back and said, well, we're shifting focus a little bit. The reason why they wanted just a website with basic information and a contact form is because they were going to be doing business-to-business transactions for the most part. In other words, they were going to be doing business with other people in the industry and not necessarily the consumer end. And that's an important distinction to make when you're developing your business and deciding how you're going to market. But it doesn't mean that a business-to-business business doesn't need a fully customized, content-rich, interactive website. So I presented to them, when they call me and say, look, we're shifting a little bit to go from business to consumer, I thought, oh, that's going to be great, because then I can really explain the power of a website, and especially the power of WordPress and what I can do for you. So we had that call today, and it's a little bit confusing for most people because they haven't seen what a website can do. They are not really interested on the possibilities. They're only interested in what's happening today. What is going to keep me going the way it is right now, and what is it that I need to do to maintain that status quo, basically. And my approach is very different. My approach is, your status quo is your status quo. You're doing that fine. You're doing great with that. You have a steady stream of business. You have word of mouth that helps you with that. Maintain that. Don't change that. But let's work on 3 months, 9 months, 2 years from now. What is going to happen to your business? Do you want to stay at the same level? Do you want to keep selling the same amount of whatever you sell? Are you happy with that? Or would you like to expand, maybe hire another person, because not just because you want to hire another person, but because you're getting more business. And more business, a lot of people say, oh, I don't want more business. I'm happy the way it is. To me, that's a lie. I believe that to be a lie. Whether they believe it themselves or not, it's irrelevant. But like they say, there's 2 types of people in the world. Those that want more business and those that are lying about it. Because if you're in business, you want business. And if last year you did 10 sales, do you want to make 10 sales again this year? Or do you want to make 12 sales or 15? I think you want to make more, right? You want to work on that. So we talked a little bit about the possibilities of what a website does. And my approach is generally focusing on content. I'm not the only one that says that, because content works. So content is, there's another cliche out there, very popular, that says content is king. And that is absolutely true. Content wins every single time. In fact, if you had a website that explains and informs and entertains the potential customer of your product better than any other website out there, you will get more customers, you will sell more stuff than a website that has a fancy e-commerce site and dancing displays and slideshows and funny videos and all that stuff. If you are the best at explaining ideas, at explaining concepts, and informing the customer so that they feel like, hey, I am better today after reading that article than I was before I read that article. I understand more, not only about the product, but about how it works, what are the benefits, how it's going to change the way I do things for the better, and all that stuff, then you will win. That is just a matter of fact. So I explained a little bit of that, and it finally seemed to kind of click on in their head. The customer is a couple, so there's 2 of them, and they're great. And one of them is more focused, like I said earlier, in kind of like, today, let's run this, let's stay in the safe space and do what we've always been doing. And the other one is a little bit more like me, like, hey, let's look to the future and see what else we can do. So I presented them with special forms and the idea of a blog. And by the end of the conversation, they were talking about having their own live Facebook show. And their question was, well, if I just call her and then we do one of those live videos and we're side by side, then what? I said, well, first of all, then what? It's not then what, it's what now? When you are doing that, you're going to announce that live event on your Facebook page and on your email list. You've been building your email list, right? And your website. And you're going to announce and say, hey, next Tuesday at 11 o'clock, we're going to be doing a live video about whatever topic. And once you do the live video, you pay attention to who's coming on the video, thank them for joining, ask them to like it, ask them to give you some of those hearts and stuff. And then as soon as you finish that video, it's going to ask you if you want to download it, save it, and publish it. You can say, hey, publish it. And it's automatically going to go onto your Facebook page. And at that point, it may take 10 minutes, maybe it takes an hour or so to process and get ready for that. It's going to get posted there for everybody else that missed it, but still wants to see whether they missed something interesting. They're going to watch it. Maybe they want to skim through it. But once you do that, now you have that piece of content that I've always said is a cornerstone. Video is a cornerstone for all content, because once you have the video, you can then take that and put it on your website. All you have to do is borrow the link. WordPress will automatically embed that in. You could also download it and then put it on YouTube. From YouTube and Facebook, you can take a transcript of that and use it as part of your blog post. Put the transcript on your blog post. Say, hey, here's the video. Here's what we talked about if you want to follow along, or just simply read the transcript. And based on the transcript, you can create at least 10 new blog posts. I guarantee you, for every live video that you do, or every video that you do, for example, this video that I'm making right now, for every 2 to 3 minutes of video content, you could take enough data out of it and create a blog post. And really, if you did that, you would have content every single day of the year for years to come. You could even publish 2 or 3 times a day. It's just a matter of capacity and whether you actually have the time to take that, transcribe it, and do all that stuff. But you have the content, and that content is gold. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Don't think about the website as just a brochure which says, hey, this is who we are, click here to contact us. Think about it as a way for you to determine and establish your authority and get everybody involved, get your search engines to come to you, get people involved with your content, and share it with other people so that you can reach more people and, of course, get more business. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Hey, and if you made it all the way to the end of the video, which you did, click on one of those videos right here. One of them is the latest video I posted besides this one, and one is the one that YouTube recommends for you. And there should be a picture in my face where you can actually subscribe to the channel so you get notified. See you later.